D'Amico shots in.
You don't think he's able to get him off the shot. Day takes the three. Could have cut it to 10. And Johnson.
There's what I was talking about.
That time they connected with the official.
Now, see, you've got two great players in trouble of being chance of being suspended. The referees are being very lenient here. Both of them should come out of the game. If you're a coach, you cannot afford to have a player the likes of Day and Larry Johnson being suspended from the game.
And Johnson said, "I'm going to see you after the game."
Now that's unnecessary. There was a lot on the line for both of these teams. They'll probably see each other again. There's a good chance of that. Now, you know, a punch is a punch. It does not have to connect to be considered a fight.
Now objects being thrown onto the floor. And watch Day on the tail end of this. Well, a little mismatch in the weight department. Watch him connect here, Billy.
A punch is a punch. You do not have to connect. As a matter of fact, on this rule, and it depends on the judgment of a referee, but on this rule, you can even consider a fight being a verbal. And there's Jody Sylvester took a piece, kind of like in the fight last night when the official took a piece of
Sugar Ray hit him at the end of the round.
But really, I think now, you're up by 13, 2:27 to go. It's time to clear the bench. Because you don't want to see a great attraction like this marred by guys who had so much going today, so much emotion, and now they're letting it get away from them.
I think all the players are going to come out of this game healthy, but two of the officials may be out of action for a while.
Now, Tarkanian is talking now. We could have a situation where the officials may be talking about a suspension situation. Nolan Richardson wisely comes down with Tarkanian to talk about it.
Billy, when this was taking place at the opposite end of the court, UNLV's bench started to jump up, and I was watching Tarkanian. He immediately got to his feet and said, "Stop right here."
That's automatic, and that's one of the things the rule has done well also, Jim, is the fact that it has really cleared up bench decorum in these altercation situations.
Mentioned the UNLV coaching staff. Keith Starr in the background. Long-time aide to UNLV also.
There's the two coaches. Both play college basketball themselves. We see that Day and Johnson have been ejected. Now what we have to find out
is that for fighting.
Is it for fighting?
Because they'll miss their next game if that's the case. Leslie Visser has a report on that. Leslie?
Down on the other end, Jerry Tarkanian, the entire team is surrounding Johnson. He doesn't really seem upset. He thinks that this got away from him a little bit. He's actually laughing there, of course, thrilled with the blowout, and he kind of is shrugging his shoulders. Back to you.
Well, the word we have is a personal foul on Day, and Day and Johnson were ejected.
Now, Larry Johnson talking official now explaining his side of the story, but that's not going to work. Now, the key here, Jim, is if the ejection is going to be considered for fighting. You'll see right there is a foul. There's no question about it. Now, when Day came across with that punch, I mean, that has got to be called a fight.
You certainly haven't thrown him out of the game for just a verbal altercation.
It was much more than what would be an intentional foul. Now, the problem with that is, and as we pointed out in the rule, one fight suspended for a game. Second fight suspended for the year. Really puts a lot of pressure on somebody to watch themselves if they get in that situation.
Travis Bice into the first time shooting the technical free throws. They called technicals also on Day and Johnson. That went with the ejection.
So Wayne Womack from Arizona suspended for a game and fight with Cal's Ryan Drew. So.
Bice shot the personal fouls against the free throws against Day. Now this is the technical. We'll have one more.
Travis Bice didn't see any action until he got an opportunity to go out there and shoot some free throws. So very cold sitting on that bench. Wasn't too successful. A technical foul shot. Now Hurry will go to the other end of the line to shoot the technicals for Arkansas.
I've just spoken with Bill Rogers from the Sports Information Department of Arkansas. He talked to Bob Donato, one of the officials, and Donato has told him the players were not ejected for fighting. They were ejected for unsportsmanlike
very lenient call on the part of the officials. And I like the suggestion by Fred Barricat earlier in the year when I went to the officials meeting, and he said that that ejection for fighting should be interpreted after watching polls by supervisors of officials. And because of the severity of the penalty, unless it's so obvious, I think that'd be a pretty good idea.